everyone, welcome to my channel, Everything Spice. My name is Tanya. Yes, I know, I've missed a week and I've missed you. I'm so sorry that I missed you. But I'm back and I'm back with a vengeance, baby. So today on my channel, I'm making a few things, but I'm going to feature one of those things for you. But look at this, look what I did. Ooh, look at these beauties. These are little mini buns and look at them. They have all the different buns. Look at that. And this is just an extra bread. But look at the different, oh my God, they're so fancy and fabulous. Instead of making cupcakes, I decided to make buns. And then use like these little fancified colored, I have 3. I know, I have 4 buns and 3 of these. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Black frostings, little things, doodads, orange, little things. So I'm gonna do it like that. So what I did was a basic cake mix, put them in bunts, grease them really well with Crisco. When you paint Crisco onto it, you don't even have to flour it, you just paint it on. My daughter painted it on for me. And so then you have these gorgeous little bunts, right? And then look how pretty. Look at how gorgeous. And we're gonna frost them and put the little eyeballs or whatever it is in the middle as well. And it's gonna be Halloween-y. These are, what is it? Carrot cake. It's a combination of carrot cake or spice cake and Cinnamon Toast Crunch cake. Yeah, baby, yeah. But look, they're all different styles, which is so pretty. I love these, so fancy, and they came out so perfect. Look at that. Look at the details. You could just powdered sugar them if you didn't want frosting, and they would be just as good. But today on Everything Spice, that's not what we're featuring. I'm making a Detroit style pizza because I love making big fat pizzas, pan pizzas. So I put in a food processor 5 cups of flour. So you got it right here. This is my dough. I'm gonna knead it a little bit more, but this is it. And this is basically, look at that. It's already starting to break up, which is great, but you need to knead it a little bit more. So I have, what, 5 teaspoons of yeast, and I put it in with 5 cups. Yeah, 5 cups of flour. I have 2 cups of water warmed. I have a teaspoon, a little bit more of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 1/4 of olive oil. And that was zipped into a food processor. So then it comes out like this, and then you just knead it. So it's gonna be big enough to go on a sheet pan. And I'm hoping to get this volume like really big, so that way I can make 2 big pizzas. Cause I got plans, baby, for this thing. You know, I wanted to make something for Halloween because Halloween's tomorrow. I wanted to make something that would be like blood themed. And what more bloody looking than pizza with that sauce? So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But I wanted to get this started. So I'm gonna knead this a little bit more. I'm gonna put it in you can put it in a greased bowl, covered, or I want the volume. So I'm doing it in this. So hopefully this volume, it gets, you know, doubled in size. I got the oven preheated to 350, but I think I'm gonna raise it to, because I had to do the cakes, but I'm gonna raise it to like about 400, 450. You need a lot of heat when it comes to pizzas to get that thickness, because destroyed pizza, that's what it is. Pizza's destroyed. It's Detroit style. So Detroit style pizza is a thicker pizza. It's not a thin crust like New York. It's a thick crust, and it goes in a sheet pan. So it's like a combination of like a Chicago style with like a sheet pan pizza, like whatever you want to call that. And I don't know, there's a specialty for that. But that's what I'm doing today on Everything Spice. So join me on the other side when we make Detroit style pizza. Delicious. I'm so happy. Welcome back. All right, it's taken a few hours, but it's finally here. So look at the volume. It doubles or triples in volume. I don't know if I have enough for 2 though. That's the only fortunate part. So I'm going to teach you the 1. If I have extra, that'll be awesome. But at the bottom, I have sprayed, and I have cornmeal that I've sprinkled on the bottom of the pan. I got some mozzarella. Any cheese will do, but mozzarella is the pizza cheese. Hello. Fabulous. Pepperoni. Yeah, baby, yeah. pepperoni is awesome, and the spaghetti sauce. Now, you could use spaghetti sauce, but this is a sauce that I got, and it's a secret recipe. Maybe I will share it, but it's from a cook from work, so you know what I'm saying? It's their genius, not mine, but I might be able to wring it out of them, the recipe eventually. So punch down, see what I'm saying? The volume isn't there. So I might be able to get one piazza, because this is a sheet pan, mind you. It's not, you know, it ain't a big thing, but let me put this down and see what we can do. If I can half it, I can half it, but I doubt I'm gonna be able to half it, because then it would be, well, I don't know, more like a New York style if I halved it. You can put whatever toppings that you want on this, but I'm using this. Yeah, I think it's only going to be, because this is a thick crust pizza. This ain't going to be a thin crust pizza. It's going to be a thick crust pizza. So, let me see if I can move this over here so you can see what I'm doing, baby. See what I'm seeing. Come over here, baby. All right, so let's see. 450 is what's heating it up. Yeah, this will probably be it as far as the size. You're gonna lower it just a little bit just to get it going, meaning roll it down a little bit to stretch it before we stretch it, because it has to be a thick crust pizza. You know what I'm saying? This is a thick crust pizza here. This is not a thin crust pizza. If I haven't said that enough time, it's thick, it's thick, it's thick, it's thick, it's not thin. Think in that term. See how thick the pan is? Yeah, that's how thick the crust will be, baby. Hopefully. That's why you have to have the stretch. And then you just stretch it, basically. You don't want to play too much with rolling it, because you don't want to roll it till it's thin. You want to roll it so it fits the pan. And this is a nice type of dough that can stretch. And that's what you want it to stretch. So stretch it, darling. Stretch it to unknown notches. Because you have that cornmeal, you want to be able to have the size of the pan, right? Without having to do that while it's on the pan. Because if you do that, then this is all going to kick up all this cornmeal and what's going to be underneath it, you know? The cornmeal, for anybody out there that doesn't understand what the point of cornmeal is the cornmeal actually absorbs any moisture in the baking process, any moisture that the crust might have. So what happens is, as it's baking, it's going to have a nice hard crusty bottom versus a soggy bottom. That's why you use the cornmeal, to absorb any wetness, any moisture. All right, so we're going to transfer it over. Roll it, darling. And then we're going to put it in the pan. Give it or take a few there. Push it there. And then roll it down. Simple, like that. See? So it's not too much where you actually had to kick up the crust. And that's it. Now, I am not going to put this in, like, make this stretch anymore. Like, how do I put it? I'm not going to cover it and let it puff up anymore, because I don't want this to get too big in the pan. I think this is fine just the way it is. So I'm going to bake it at this point. So how I'm going to do it is this. Look at this. Ooh, la la sazon, baby. It's going to be delicious. Okay. Sauce. Secret sauce, baby. Ain't revealing it for the show because it's not my sauce to reveal. But look how thick it is. This is a pizza sauce. Look how thick this pizza sauce. Now that's a pizza sauce, baby. All right, now the secret to a good pizza, is it the sauce? Kids, is it the cheese? Is it all of the above? It's the amount. It's the amount. Do not put too much, because you sog it up. So the amount of ingredients that you put in a pizza is what happens, what becomes soggy, or like you would buy in a pizzeria. They don't put a lot of sauce. If you ever noticed that, they don't put a lot of sauce. They put just enough sauce. So you don't want to put that whole thing, because that could stretch to 2 pizzas, possibly 3 pizzas, believe it or not. All you do is go to the edges, leaving a little bit of space for the crust to rise. And you just put a little bit of sauce on there, and that makes it so fantastical. But this is going to be a nice crust on this thing. Look at that. I can already smell it. The garlic. I can smell garlic in here. I feel like a little bit of it. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Smells good. This is a good sauce. I've had it before. Just gauge it. You don't want to put too much, but you don't want to put too little either. I think this is a happy medium. And that crust is going to rise, baby. But making sure that there's like an inch edge on all sides, because that way the crust can rise. Perfect. Perfecto. Come to the pan. See what I'm saying? Make sure there's a border. And you don't go beyond the borders. Stay on your own side, baby. Get back. Get back. All right. Now we get some mozzarella. You can use provolone, whatever you want. And the same thing is true. Same thing stands for the toppings. Do not put a crazy amount of toppings, because that creates sockage. Now, with that said, if you want to put onions or peppers, which is great, you could do that too, but I wouldn't recommend putting a whole lot of either. This is how we do it, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do it. Here we go. Cheese is like a given, man. You gotta put quite a bit of cheese, especially a pizza like this. My God, it's so good. I got stabbed. Now, this is my version of Detroit style. They might have like everything on the bottom, like a Chicago style, and just the sauce at the top, because it looks more saucy than anything. But I'm a toppings girl, so might not actually be. Detroit people are probably saying, this ain't no Detroit pizza, fool. I ain't from Detroit, player. So don't worry about it. I'm from Massachusetts, baby. We're gonna try to get there, but we ain't in Detroit, sweethearts. Don't be worried about it. If you don't like it, you can make it the way you want to. That's the great thing about this channel. I give you ideas and methods, and you take it and you run with it. So if you don't like it the way this is, you don't have to. You can make it your own, baby. More sauce, less sauce, whatever you want to do. I ain't seeing it, so I ain't caring about it. You can do what you want. I'll keep it secret if you want. I won't say nothing if you don't. All right, pepperoni, babies. Now, people like pepperoni. I might add off camera some onions to this. But that's about the size of it. This is it, baby. This is the home stretch. Stretch. Yes, I went there and said the home stretch, man. Yes, I did. All right, so we're going to add just a little bit of pepperoni. A little bit. More like a lot of it. Pepperoni here. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add some oil. And the oil kind of helps it melt better. Gives the crust a little bit of a goldenness to it. And that is it. No, I don't know about people like, wait a minute, hold the presses. Is this everything spice? Yeah, that's in the sauce, baby. You're right. Who is it? Was it you that said that? Yeah. This is everything spice. You're right. Isn't pepperoni spicy? Want some? Here, baby. Have some. No, that's right. Pepperoni has spice. The sauce has spice. I've already covered my end of it. What up? If you want to add more spice, that's fine. You can certainly do that. But this, look at this. I gotta figure out some spaces here. I'm gonna make a space here, make a space there. Here, pepperoni, here, pepperoni. You know, I'm making. It doesn't have to be perfecto, but I kind of like it when it's perfecto. You know what I'm saying? All right, these will be the rest. Doesn't that sound so perfect English? Yes, it's a perfect English. All right, let me get some oil here. Use olive oil, use whatever kind of oil you got. I'm going to use this kind of specially oil. Yes, it's specially oiled. And then just put a little bit to help it out, because you ever go to the pizzerias, those things are greasy grease, but it's because they add some oil to it. So towards the ends, the borders, because I really want the border to have it more than anything. And then in between, so it's nice and good and golden and delicious. Then use your hands, get in there. Your hands, as long as they're clean, are your best kitchen tool. This is gorgeous. Oh my gravy. Come see it. Perfecto. Look at that. And this goes into a 450. And it's going to really rise to the occasion, because this is a thick crust pizza. If I haven't said it 16 times already, I've said it 17 now. If somebody's counting out there, there you go. Put it in the comments. It's 17. Here we go. Let's put it in the oven, and then join me on the other side. I might have some onions on there on the other side. But join me on the other side, where we go Detroit style, baby. It's going to be good. We're back. And this is it. 450 for, I don't even know, maybe 20 minutes. 20 minutes on the clock. I put it on a pizza stone that was already preheated for a long time. And this is the pizza, baby. Come, look at it, look. I did add some onions, but this is beautiful. It's perfectly cooked. Perfectly delicious. And this is my version of a thick pan pizza. It is thick, it is rich, it is delicious, it is maybe destroyed. Why am I using that word? Detroit style pizza. I absolutely love it, and I would highly recommend you try it for yourself. If you got a minute, if you want to wait for it, this is worth the wait, I have to say. So this is really gorgeous. It's hot off the presses. Try it for yourself. And if you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you, please like and subscribe. And join me next time for Everything Spice. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Be safe.